I will see the first potential company. Now I find about 3 Gen 4 companies that are my potential customers. It's also a good idea if these companies buy our products and then continue production, they will place orders very regularly. Identify which customers are purchasing and who our competitor companies are. Additionally, we can gain some insight into their pricing policies to develop more accurate customer engagement strategies. 7 effective ways to find export customers. Here, the sharing includes both free and paid methods, so you can consider which way is most effective for your product or company rather than just looking at the cost. In fact, if a method can bring in 1 or 2 customers for you, the expense incurred will be much smaller compared to the revenue you gain. So the first method involves finding export customers through the Google search engine. Then you can search through trade fairs or trade fair lists, search through customs data, search through B2B e-commerce sites. Number 5 is searching through social media. Number 6 is searching through Trademaps. And number 7 is searching through business information sites. Very interesting, isn't it? Now let's dive into the details of each search method. Okay, let's start with the first method of finding import customers, which is using the Google search engine. The formula I use is to start with the product category, followed by the product name, and finally the target customer. A note for those who haven't used Google much or use it frequently. I have some tips. For example, you should use the Google version of that specific country as it will provide more accurate search results. It depends on each product and its target markets. You will use the domain suffix. You can use the tilde symbol before a search keyword to add synonyms, then add quotation marks to find exact words, or an asterisk to use alternative words or phrases that you don't know or are unsure about. This is an extension for when you're searching on Google. Now, I will demonstrate this method to make it easier for you to understand. So let's open Google. Normally we would go to Google.com, right? This is the general Google for the US. Then we will point to a Google of a specific country. For example, if the country you're interested in is Australia, then it's Google.com.au. Okay, probably you want to know this list of Google domains, so I will provide a link below for you to see which country's domain it is and which letters represent it. This is also very simple. As I shared, first you will type in the product name, specifically let's say mango for export mango, then categorize the product. Before that product, what type of mango do you want to sell? Vi chooses frozen mango. Okay, next add your target customers. Usually, when searching for exports, the terms we often use are importer for importers, sales for sales agents, and distributor for distributors. Vi will set it as distributor sales. Okay? Then we apply a little bit more by using synonyms in this section for explanation. We will add a tilde above to include synonyms. Then press enter to see what comes up. I will scroll down. The entries marked as sponsored are websites that pay to be on the first page. I will not pay attention to them. I am interested in the pages below because this is a B2B site and I'm not a company, right? Frozen mango. Okay. I will see the first potential company. The first potential entity is Pepper Foods in Australia. I will click to view. Usually, I will click through the entire list of companies on the first page. This one is potential. I will click to view it again. On the second page, now I find about 3 Gen 4 companies that are my potential customers. That's already great. Scroll down further. Oh. These pages are B2B pages, right? If you're not familiar, you can click directly on these pages to view them, but because I'm familiar with this industry, I now know which ones are relevant. Here, this one, Travis Fruit Market map. This is also very appealing, right? Then continue, page number 3, what's here? Sales in Singapore. This is definitely a potential customer in Singapore. Yumi Direct, okay. Just click to view. Continue. When you are looking for export customers, you need to be patient and take the long road. You can't rush it. Just take it step by step, one step at a time. Okay, this company is not suitable. Instead, it should be, no, this is not it. Continue. Open page number 5. Here, let's take a look at this. There, a company that's looks quite promising, GrabFood. That's part of the preparation process. Just keep clicking through. Because sometimes our real customers are found later on, not on the first pages. All right, that's basically it. So we will select one more, Aurora Food.com. Okay, stop searching now. Let's take a look. Like this company, Frozen.com, I see they provide sliced mango. We can contact them through the website. Usually we have the contact us section here where we can get the phone number or email. One company, this company also seems very good. Based in the UK, we can also contact them. These companies are very promising. You can completely showcase your products. Agricultural products are abundant. Just click on the Thai Tat channel and contact them. Get the phone number, get the email, and then contact them. This is 86. Do you know where 86 is? Hong Kong. In Hong Kong, they also export crops. If it's China, this company exports, not imports. Let's skip it. They make yogurt, mango yogurt. It's also a good idea if these companies buy our products and then continue production, they will place orders very regularly. This company is the same, specializing in sales of yogurt packaging products. It's really great. You can contact them and offer your products. Okay, so far we've found about 8 to 10 potential customers. Just keep doing it like that. We apply this method to other products in the same way. We just add the product name, then detail the specifications, and finally identify our target customers, and that's it. Okay, then we will continue to part 2, which is finding export customers through trade fairs or trade fair lists. What does it mean to go through trade fairs? If your company has the resources, you should participate in trade fairs related to your product sectors. Or if your company is just a startup and the financial resources are not sufficient, you can also research through companies participating in a trade fair. This information is clearly listed on the trade fair's website. Here, because there is a link to the list of support for different countries, you can access this link to see how many relevant supports you can participate in. For example, if your company exports seafood, you can type seafood here. It will then display the related supports. This is organized by the name of the support, by country, city, sector, and industry. We remove everything else and just keep the name of the support. Then it will show the major supports related to this industry. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 types. This isn't completely comprehensive yet. For example, if you sell seafood, you can participate in food fairs, which is still okay. This means the industry is broader than just your field. However, it's generally better to participate in fairs that are more specialized. Like this, focusing more on your product rather than general food fairs. Is that clear? Here, you can filter by country, for example, fairs by country. So you type in Australia to see if there are any fairs there. There you go. For Australia, it shows about 60 fairs. Then you click on each fair to see if it relates to your industry or not. Okay? It's best for you to prepare a list of fairs related to your industry or company so you can conduct more in-depth research on these fairs. Additionally, you can completely explore and obtain lists of companies participating in the fairs, which can serve as a valuable resource for reaching out to customers. For example, here Vi has a list of fairs from Anugan, which specializes in food. Okay, Vi clicks on it. Now let's see if there's anything. A little bit about Anugan. Anugan is a fair specializing in food. Here we have exhibitor and product search. It already has these sections available, including a list of specialized companies. We click here and it shows everything. It lists the companies specializing in this area, the companies that have booths here. We can understand that the booths here belong to companies that sell products. Besides selling, there are many companies that both sell and import. They also participate in trade fairs. This exhibitor section is one of the potential sources where we can search for customers who might be interested in buying our products. I will add a product, for example, here it will be fruit. Let's see if there is anything. Then these companies are entirely potential client companies for you. You can click to view this company, Ukraine, for example. It has all the information here. It has the email. Sorry, it's very comprehensive. I will continue. I will take another example, such as support for seafood. Click on this. Then support for seafood is Seafood Expo. Seafood Expo has 2 sections here. Let's click on this. Here. It also provides a lot of detailed information about the participating support companies. There, can you see it? There are a lot of seafood companies here. You can completely click on a company to see if they have any needs. Then you can contact them via email. Email is ready. Email, phone number. Everyone, just give it a try, okay? We have to be persistent. We have to pursue it to the end for it to work out. We have to sow the seeds for them to grow and bear fruit. Just keep doing it, continuously work, continuously search for customers. Once 2 is done, continue to move on to the 3rd search channel, which is finding export customers and customs data. This is considered a relatively quick search channel that effectively targets the right customers. At the same time, you can also study the entire market through this customs data. Because customs data is about export or import data, it very accurately reflects reality. Here, Vi has a demo data, a sample of customs data for you to see. If you are not familiar with it yet, what it contains. Here is data about fruits, including dates, import and export dates, exporting companies, types, partner units, customers, importing companies. You can clearly see which company imported which product, including the quantity and price. The drawback of customs data is that it only records past history and does not provide future information. This means, for example, if it is currently July, you can only access data from June or earlier months. Therefore, the pricing information may not accurately reflect the current prices. For instance, if goods are shipped in June, the contract might have been signed 3 to 4 months earlier. So, primarily we use this customs data to first identify which customers are purchasing and who our competitor companies are. Additionally, we can gain some insight into their pricing policies to develop more accurate customer engagement strategies. If you have a need and request for import data, you can type in visunhub.com, set data. To make a request, there is also a connection with a unit in the US that provides this import data. Now, the next part is finding foreign customers through B2B e-commerce platforms too. There are indeed a lot of these e-commerce platforms, but through the process of researching, you will be able to list out 4 platforms that are relatively effective for our import-export industry, which are Alibaba, Go Forward Business, NC21, and Fusion B2B if you are working in the frozen goods sector too. The advantage of searching on these e-commerce platforms is, firstly, that they have a vast amount of information for us to search. Firstly, you can post your products there for others to find. You can go there to see if there are any customers who have posted purchase requests, and you can contact them directly to offer your prices. However, on the downside, some platforms require you to pay a fee to gain access. The quality list, for example, like Alibaba, usually offers 2 versions. The first is free, but it limits some features, and the second is paid, which provides full functionality. Okay, I will also provide a link to B2B websites here. You can type in vi.com.com2b to download the list of B2B websites. You can further research which sites are suitable for you and your products, and which are not, and then continue to delve deeper accordingly. 2. You need to continuously post if you are doing B2B. Creating a company profile on these platforms is also a great idea. When people search, it will show up, and this serves as a source of trust and reliable information. When they see your company's information on these sites, they will be more likely to trust you and be willing to work with you in the future. Another way to find export clients is by using social media, such as LinkedIn, Facebook, or Instagram. However, I recommend focusing on LinkedIn for the export-import industry because this platform is more business-oriented than others. For example, Facebook is more personal, whereas LinkedIn profiles are mostly for buyers or business professionals, and most of them have LinkedIn profiles, allowing you to reach out to them effectively. The steps involve creating a profile on LinkedIn. If you're not familiar with it, you just need to search for LinkedIn, and you'll find the section to create a profile. The important note here is that you need to have very polished images on your LinkedIn profile so that when you contact them, they can rely on your profile. If they find it trustworthy enough, they will respond or make requests regarding products and goods. Secondly, you need to include product keywords and your company name in the description section. If you are selling something, you need to accurately include your product keywords in that description section. For example, if you are selling frozen fruit, you would write frozen fruit expo in that description section and clearly state your company name. For example, company A, company B, company C, etc. When your company has sufficient employee and strong marketing, some customers will search for your company name on LinkedIn or Google. It will directly show your name there, and they will contact you directly instead of reaching out to other sales representatives. The third step is to build trust on your LinkedIn profile and join groups and connect with those individuals or related communities. For example, if you work in seafood, you need to connect with your customer companies. Secondly, connect with associations related to seafood, such as fishing associations. And you can go online to share or post related articles on your profile or in the groups that you have joined. This will help build trust. hire for your LinkedIn profile, and then you can proactively search and send messages to clients. You just go to the chat section, get acquainted, and click connect. Once they have accepted the connection, you can send them a message introducing yourself as Nguyen Van A or Nguyen Van B, and mention that you have a high-quality product from Vietnam that you would like to introduce to them. This way, if you can, they see that you are sincere enough and your profile is okay, yes. Then next, you can search for international clients through Trademap. Trademap is briefly a portal for import-export information that developing countries can access for free if their currency is not able to be established, including VI. You can completely create a free account to access the full information on Trademap. First, create an account by typing import-export Trademap. You can talk and practice at the same time. Let's do it right away. Great, then. Here, it is. Import-export.com. You will let me know, okay? Okay. After you type in the link, it will lead you here. When registering an account, you need to enter something like your email or type something specific. For example, enter stpf22 gmail.com. Then we distinguish the mail address. This address has already been created, so we will use a different email, such as cameracom.gmail.com. Then, okay, for example, for gmail.com in this case. When you calculate it, it will register the system, and prompt you to enter 4 digits, which will be 1232. In any case, if the password is incorrect, you will receive it again. For your name, my name is Vi, last name is Nguyen, and for gender, you enter your gender. The important thing is you must enter Vietnam. If you enter another country, it cannot be transferred, so it won't work. Personal status is the VI. What is your job? Then VI. Right, service type I for convenience. Business is okay. In the personality, of several tasks, there are many in your company on one side, Dad. If there is a personality in your company, then I just have too much stuff. So let's finish it and continue. It will have this information. No need. Just let it be next to it. Forget the stuck part. Please email again. Okay, so it means it's successful. Then you can go to the email and get it. Give you one. I confirm. It says that if you want Mao to log in to the ITC information on the circuit, you should request the account using this. I press it this time. It can be complete. From the side to QA already. Here is the surface on the kitchen, so writing this is also there by or confirm. For here, it will have complete data, including both export and import data, and data from countries, even down to the data of companies. I will return to this presentation slide. First, you will select import, enter the HSQS network, and choose the company. Then, HSQS is the data. I am an export company, and I want to find import customers. So, I will search and select import, which is the import data, right? Then, choose HSQs. HSQS is the code for each product. Exports and imports are both regulated by a unique code for this purpose, which is very useful for customs declaration and is standardized among countries. These are the countries that will use a single code. Usually, when declaring customs, we use 8 digits, of which 6 digits are the same across countries, while the last 2 digits are specified by each country. For example, the code for our fruits is, for example, if we take mangoes, we will have VI, something like 080450, for instance. If it is a vegetable, it might be 0710 to 0714 for the first 4 digits, and the next 2 digits will further classify it into more detailed branches. For fish, it might be 0303 or 0304, depending on the specific type. For trees, it might be 0810. Is that what you're referring to? Yes, then choose Air81 oven and it will classify it as fruits or nuts. Not yet cooked, using methods like steaming or boiling in water, not frozen. 08190 is the code for non-frozen fruits, so you should choose 08190. If you want to know which category your product falls into, you can look it up online. When I have time, I'll make a tutorial video, but for now, you can search online. Once you find it, select the correct code, then choose the country of import you want to target. If you select the wrong one, it will still show up. By currently, if it's not available, it will show you the trade indicators here. Below, you can choose by year, by quarter, or by month. Then, select your company by clicking on the company option. When you click on it, a table like this will appear. It will list the product categories, which means the product directory. It includes categories like berries and insurance, such as oranges and lemons. Let's take a look at the other types of fruits. Currently in Vi, if we want to export mango, it seems we need to select the correct category for it. What kind of fruit is this initial fruit? Here, you can see that you can choose two purposes for the application, either for the application or the method. Here, let's select this to see. There are up to 12 or 29 companies. Click on it to explore further. Yes, indeed, this website demonstrates to us a wide variety of many different companies that import, replacing this extensive network of ours. And what about the tropical one? Let's try clicking on it, and when you click on it, you can completely see that this website provides the phone number and even the name of the CEO. From here, you need to contact them to offer your products, as these are very reliable sources. Only companies that have already exported or imported are recorded in this data. Okay, can you guess? Taihan? All right. For other products, you don't have to follow the process. You can find a lot of importers who can contact you. Okay. And next, we will go through another search method, which is to search through business information pages. There will be a lot of business information pages, like remembering pages. It will link businesses in a field or in an industry that will be a foreign company. It will be very suitable for you to access. For example, the following one has the page Aerobageskuk. This page, you and your company can also search for European places to use, such as frozen food. The frozen food goes out. There are a series of companies here. You can check it out if it is suitable for your company's products. Yes. Next, if any of you are working in the seafood industry, you will be interested in the site iasnet.com. Let me read this site for you. Here, you can go to the company directory, which specializes in information about the seafood industry. Yes, and there are a series of businesses here. You can select the type that is listed here. For example, if you are selling shrimp, this is the name of the fish. The fish doesn't have a name. A beautiful images. Back then, there were many companies here, and these companies could potentially be your customers if you are working in the seafood industry. You can just click and view them. For example, this company has a link to their homepage, website, and phone number, so you can easily contact. In addition, some countries have a list of import businesses, such as Canada. You can click to see what they currently have. It doesn't matter about the product, just click through and select the correct code. And the easiest is the HX code 08111. Having four numbers is fine. Even with numbers, it will show up online. When you do that, it will display a number like this, and it will show many companies. These companies are those in Canada that import this HS code. You can also obtain information about these companies to find their websites and contact them. Yes, okay, besides that, for those interested in the Chinese markets, there is this website called Sao Xin Xin. Then click on it. Next, for those interested in China, this Tao Chung Xin website. for the import business directory of China to translate it into English, and then you can click on it. To find the right company, you need to take a step where it will translate if you use the language of your choice. It won't be a problem if you use English or Chinese, but I prefer Chinese. Here, our ownership is clear about this product. And when you search for it, it will show the companies related to this fruit. Then you can click on it. And if you're not sure, you can do it yourself. The reason I mention this is that if you come here, you should know Chinese to make it easier to work. In China, their English is limited, and there are companies that don't speak English. Okay? And finally, thank you all for taking the time to listen to this video. If you find this video helpful, please subscribe to Vi's channel and also click like and share to spread this knowledge to others. Thank you very much. Bye, and see you in the next video.